Yeah, dear student, we continue with our chapter 8 controlling, and the topic going on is the techniques of controlling, and we are studying modern techniques. So in the previous class I gave you introduction about the return on investment and ratio analysis. Clear? Just have a quick look. So ROI is a useful technique which provide the basic yardstick for measuring whether or not invested capital has been used effectively for generating reasonable amount of return. Now what does it mean? 8% of the ROI is given by bank only without any risk. So if you are not able to earn beyond 20%, it is not good to invest the amount in business. Clear? So that thing is called ROI. Whether your ROI is good, it is always reasonable to invest the amount in the business if you are having good amount of ROI. Next is ratio analysis. It refers to the analysis of the financial statement through computation of ratios. So most commonly used ratios are liquidity ratio. They are calculated to determine the short-term solvency of business. Next is solvency ratio, which calculate determine the long-term solvency of the business. In the long run, when you are able to maintain your solvency or not. Next are profitability ratio. These ratios calculate the profitability position of the business. After investing similar amount of the capital, if one person is earning more and another is earning less, then you are supposed to see the deviation, what are the problem coming. Okay? So under modern techniques, we studied ROI, return on investment and ratio analysis. Now third point is responsibility accounting. It is a system of accounting in which different section, division and departments of an organization are set up as responsibility centers. The head of the center is responsible for achieving the target set for his center. Clear? Several departments are there in an organization. So some are earns profit while some only are expense, like security. Now security department doesn't earn anything. Clear? Only the production department earns. So a responsibility is set up. Now responsibility center may be a following type. Cost center. A cost or expense center is a segment of an organization in which managers are held responsible for the cost incurred in the center but for the revenues. For example, in a manufacturing organization, production department is classified as a cost center. Revenue center. A revenue center is a segment of an organization which is primarily responsible for generating revenue. For example, marketing department of an organization may be classified as revenue center. Profit center. It is a segment of an organization whose manager is responsible for both revenues and cost. For example, repair and maintenance department of an organization may be treated as profit center if it is allowed to bill other production department for the services provided to them. Next is investment center. An investment center is responsible not only for profit but also for investment made in the center in the form of asset. The investment made in each center is separately ascertained and return on investment is used as a basis for judging the performance of center. Clear? So these are the different types of centers in the organization. Clear? Next is management audit. Management audit refers to the systematic appraisal of the overall performance of the management of an organization. The purpose is to review the efficiency and effectiveness of the management and to improve its performance in the future periods. It is helpful in identifying the deficiencies in the performance of management function. Thus, management audit may be defined as evaluation of the functioning, performance and effectiveness of the management of an organization. Okay. The main advantages of management audit are as follows. It helps to locate present and potential deficiencies in the performance of management function. It helps to improve the control system of an organization by continuously monitoring the performance management. Clear? Main function is to locate the present and potential deficiencies. Second is to improve the control system of an organization by continuously monitoring the performance of management. Monitoring is very necessary. Third, it improves the coordination and functioning of various departments so that they work together effectively toward the achievement of organizational objective. As you will see that coordination is very necessary amongst the several departments. If production department is busy in the production, then R&D department is responsible for making new discoveries, and the same has to be capitalized by the marketing department by marketing them properly. Next point, it ensures updating of existing managerial policies and strategies in the light of environmental changes. So conducting management audit may sometimes pose a problem as there are no standard techniques of management audit. Also, management audit is not compulsory under any law. Enlightened manager, however, understand its usefulness, improving overall performance of the organization. Next is PERT and CPM. PERT is program evaluation and review technique, and CPM is critical path method. Are important network techniques useful in planning and controlling. These techniques are especially used for planning, scheduling, and implementing time-bound projects involving performance of a variety of complex, diverse, and interrelated activities. These techniques deals with the time scheduling and resource allocation for these activities and aims at effective execution of projects within given time, schedule, and structure. These two techniques are developed by American Army for covering up the very big project like construction of the dam or something like that. So in this, the project is divided into number of clearly identifiable activities which are then arranged in a logical sequence. A network diagram is prepared to show the sequence of activities, the starting point and the termination point of the project. Time estimates are prepared for each activity. PERT requires the preparation of 3 time estimate: optimistic or shortest time, pessimistic or longest time, and most likely time. In CPM, only 1 time estimate is prepared. In addition, CPM also requires making cost estimate for completion of project. The longest path in the network is identified as the critical path. It represents the sequence of those activities which are important for timely completion of project and where no delay can be allowed without delaying the entire project. If required, the plan is modified so that execution and timely completion of the project is under control. PERT and CPM are used extensively in areas like shipbuilding, construction project, aircraft manufacture, etc., where you are building very huge project and in different stages. Like ship can't be built by one person. It is prepared in different stages, and the last assembling is required. Similarly is the construction of highways. If you are constructing a 100-kilometer highway, you can't construct from the kilometer 1 to kilometer 100. You have to start at several stages because the terrain is unequal. Somewhere you have to build bridges, you have unequal flyovers, several type of problems are required. Next and last is management information system. It is a computer-based information system that provides information and support for effective managerial decision making. A decision maker requires up-to-date, accurate, and timely information. MIS provides the required information to the managers by systematically processing a massive data generated in an organization. Thus, MIS is an important communication tool for managers. MIS also serves as an important control technique. It provides data and information to the managers at the right time so that appropriate corrective action may be taken in the case of deviation from standards. Clear? Just today I got the news that Tejas Express run by IRCTC at several routes has been stopped. Why? Because they are not able to generate the sufficient number of the ticket required for the profitability of running the train. So how this system is this information is gathered through MIS, Management Information System. They find out the monthly or weekly report and can draw the result that whether it is good to run the train or not. Clear? As pandemic is going on, the traveling has been reduced up to a certain extent. MIS offers the following advantages to the managers. It facilitates collection, management and dissemination of information at different levels of management across different departments of the organization. Clear? It supports planning, decision making and controlling at all levels. It improves the quality of information with which a manager works. It ensures the cost effectiveness in the management information. It reduces the information overload on the manager as only relevant information is provided. So MIS is very helpful and necessary for the smooth functioning of the organization. Okay. See here some key chapters are given. Controlling, critical point control means at the time of any emergency situation you can only focus on key areas of your organization. Clear? Next is management by exception. When you want to control everything, you can't control anything. Break-even analysis, it is a techniques of management control in which you can see where your production is equivalent to the cost recovered by you. Your cost of production is achievable. That thing is called break-even analysis. Budgetary control, it is a method of controlling the organization. ROI, return on investment, it see whether your capital investment is yielding good result or not. Ratio analysis, to analyze the financial position, it comes under management accounting. Responsibility accounting, it deals with the different departments of an organization and responsibility is fixed generally. Management audit, in which the various aspects of management is covered up. PERT and CPM, these are basically the techniques developed by the American Army to carry out the bigger projects or operations. You will see they have dealt with the several types of international wars. So for that purpose they have developed this technology, PERT and CPM. And next and last is management information system, clear, in which a computer based information is generated and result can be drawn with that. Generally used by every enterprise for generating the information whether the business activity is giving proper result or not. So I hope this video is helpful for you, and from my side this chapter is over. If you have any doubt then you can let me know. In the next class I will provide you the solutions. Thank you. Happy learning.